3. PS4. Oh, hey guys, come over here. Come here for a second. Too close. A bit too close. Ah, ah. Okay. Hey guys. So, what's going on? If you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm organizing my games in chronological order. Every gamer has their own library, and some people put their games in chronological order, which is what I'm doing. I know it may seem boring, but you know what? To me, I find it fun because I love video games a lot. Let me just put this back in. I got a master close to you because I love you. How's it going, guys? So what's cracking lacking? What's chilling? How you guys doing? You doing good? That's good to hear. So today, we are gonna chillax and relax together as a community and watch some horror videos since it's near Halloween. That's right, guys. Halloween! Whoa! Who's excited to dress up, go out, and or stay at home and watch horror movies? I, for one, love horror movies. I like to dress up and watch horror movies. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to sit down as a community and watch some horror stuff together. And my guys down at Horror Shorts Party have been busy, I see. They've been getting down to work, making more shorts. And you know how much I love Horror Shorts Party. Horror Shorts Party is a goat. They are the greatest of all time. So Horror Shorts Party, if you're listening and watching, you guys are goated. You are the greatest of all time. And here's why. In their shorts, they have excellent scare factor. Yeah, it may be gruesome, but it's because it's horror. And horror and the elements of scare factor is the best medicine. And that's what makes their shorts unique. They have excellent artwork. And the way they animate it is so amazing. And with every short they do, they put their own unique style to it. And that's what makes them amazing. Anyways, guys, let's get right into this video on how much love we have a Horror Shorts Party. That's why you would need to subscribe to them. They're a very talented, unique team of people. And not just that, their voiceovers, like, oh my goodness me, their voiceovers are amazing. They have one of the greatest, Terrence Nicholson. If you're watching this, I praise you, Terrence Nicholson. I praise you. And also, Bound of Imaginary. I praise you. I praise both of them for the excellent voiceovers. And you know, I clap my pants every time I watch their shorts. That's how good they are. They're scary, and that's what makes them so amazing. So that's why we're going to get right into this video, because I am now pumped into doing this. So let's do this. I just said that 2 times, but you know what? Que sera, sera, ha, que sera, sera. Whatever comes my way. I wish you there. Da, ha 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 ha. Que sera, sera, ha, que sera, sera. I need to move a few things. Let me just move a few things, guys. And we can get it started. The litness is here. The litness is here. Now I'll be sitting right here, so that way you can see the video right here. I have to bring the mic nice and close. I don't to move. Pop filter, Mr. Pop filter. We're calling my pop filter Mr. Pop filter. Yeah, and yes, I need my equipment. Who doesn't? Alright. Now, you may be telling me, Dylan, where's your headband? It's right here. I put it on, guys. Don't worry, don't worry. The headset is coming. Come in.
Dinner's ready, Dylan.
Okay. Alright, sorry guys. I had to eat dinner. Anyways, I am back so we can do this. Let's get the headband on. Also, not just that, I'm doing something a bit different, which I am going to regret. Get your earbuds. Help me now! I have enough for a blast. And with earbuds, it makes it trap my pets even worse. Oh no! I should have packed some extra pair of pants. And no underpants. Gosh, Dylan. Trust me, guys. When it comes to earbuds, that's what happens. Make sure these are in. Oh my Lord, help me now. Alright. So the one video we are doing is called 4 True Urban Legend Horror Stories. No, by just looking at it, I know a lot about urban legends. So I'm curious in what urban legends they did. Let's see. I am interested. Okay, let's do this. What the heck was that?
Mr. Clean Freak.
Introducing the all-new Tundra.
And I'm feeling good.
Hey horror shorties! We want to give a big thank you to Honeygain for sponsoring this video. Honeygain is an app that makes you money while you go about your day-to-day routine. At work, Honeygain just makes you money. Busy binging scary
It is
movies?
seriously loud. Holy
Honey Gain
moly.
has made you some money.
Yes!
Sign up now and get your first $5.
I love
code
Killer Sneaker
Horror.
Sang.
This app runs in the background by sharing your internet connection. It's kind of like Uber or Airbnb. Businesses use your network to collect public web data, all while keeping your personal data secure. And no, HoneyGain does not affect your browsing experience. Now hear me out, HoneyGain won't be able to cover huge living costs. However, over a few million users pay for their Netflix or Spotify subscriptions by simply running the app. So go
So there's
ahead and
supernatural
first
scenes
$5 now
in this
by
urban
downloading
legend.
HoneyGain and using our promo code HORROR.
That sounds
By inviting
interesting
friends to the app,
to
you
me.
can also earn 10% of their daily earnings, maximizing your own profit. Download HoneyGain today by clicking the link in the description below.
Simon for better context. George was a young man who just recently moved from his parents' house in just 5 minutes away from the college he had enrolled in. It was alleged that George was a hardworking student. This is an urban legend that allegedly took place around the early 2000s.
And that's why I like about
Social
George.
media sites like Instagram or Snapchat were even a thing. The source for this story
Just like me.
his roommate, who claimed that the following events were in fact true, and that
That's just like
he
me.
and the victim had lived
That's
there.
my dream.
There's been a lot of speculation whether the events of the story were fabricated or not due to the supernatural aspects of the proposed speculation. But from the testimonials of the victim's roommate, it makes it rather difficult
It's
to argue the
Simon. So
legitimacy.
it's Simon.
It allegedly all began when a young man in his mid-20s had moved in with one of his colleagues from school to an old rundown apartment complex. We'll give the young man the alias George and his roommate Simon for better context.
Oh
A
boy.
man who just recently moved out of his parents' house and into an apartment complex just 5 minutes away from the college he had enrolled in. It was alleged that George was a hardworking student, as he did school full-time in the mornings and worked full-time during the evenings. That meant that a lot of his life revolved around studying on the job while trying to make a living for himself and maintain the childhood dream of being an
Why would you pick that up and it's on side of the
George's
screen?
life was unfortunately reduced to constantly working and schooling for a solid year or two.
That's
He carried a
unsafe.
lot of weight on his shoulders. The repetitive nature of his lifestyle made him develop a lot of hatred towards the world, as the monotonous everyday routine made him have an edge that most of his colleagues didn't see prior to meeting him. His roommate Simon even described George's demeanor as bizarre and weird the longer he lived with him. Here's when the story takes a bizarre turn. Simon claims that the cause of George's odd behavior wasn't from school or work. He claims that it came from a cursed VHS tape
That-
that was played by George when Simon was out with his group of friends.
That is seriously unsafe.
The VHS tape was allegedly discovered by Simon when he came out of a local Blockbuster after renting a movie to take home. Simon then saw a tape sitting on the sidewalk in front of the store. What movie is this? The tape had no movie label on it, just a white strip on the edge with the words.
What is this? The ring?
Simon took the tape home as he figured it could be useful for recording a movie on his television.
Of course, it's like the
He's
ring.
watching the movie he had initially rented. Hey dude, I'm gonna head to bed, so I'll see you at class tomorrow. Have a good night, dude. After I finish this movie off, I'm gonna check this thing out.
What the heck is that?
This VHS, I found it on the street and it says play me. Weird. Well, I'll see you tomorrow, dude. Have to wake up early for class. Alright, later, dude.
No, I don't.
Then takes out the movie from the VHS player and pops in the play me tape, as his curiosity starts distracting him.
Back up. Back up, fam.
What ends up appearing on the TV was something Simon described as extremely bizarre and unsettling. It was a video of a man sitting on a boat in the middle of an ocean. He sat there quietly in one spot while the fluorescent light.
We do not. No, we do not.
According to Simon, the
No.
low-budget creator had whipped up. What the hell is this crap? Who the hell wants to watch someone sitting on a boat for hours?
What did you say?
What the hell was that? Simon then got up from the couch and
I don't blame
continued
you.
at the television. trying to comprehend if the words came from his head or the TV. Was that you who was just talking to me?
Yes. Perhaps you would like to see my face.
Okay. That's when the man on the boat begins to aggressively paddle towards the TV as Simon begins to slowly backpedal in fear.
What the hell?
The man in the boat then makes his way
I have one
towards the
too,
screen,
but that's some of
only to
them.
show a face that looked exactly like Simon, as if his doppelganger was on the other side of the
Oh
screen.
no.
I need your...
Oh no!
No! No! Leave me alone!
George then approaches the
Oh
and says,
no!
Dude, what the hell happened?
This tape is
I
unsafe,
must have accidentally
fam.
fried it.
Jesus Christ, that's the last time you're ever watching.
Don't be watching that tape, man.
Several days after that incident, Simon replaces the TV in the living room and ends up heading out to hang with some friends, leaving George in the apartment complex alone.
Oh, but no.
George used most of his free time studying and working on school assignments, as he usually had the nights off on weekends. After about an hour or two of consistent rummaging of notes, George decided to take a break and watch a movie from his VHS collection. George then turns off his lights and attempts to insert his movie in the VHS player, only to notice it already being on tape. That's when George decided to press play,
And now he's being creepy.
only to see the same video that Simon had seen before. Just a male silhouette casually sitting on a boat in the middle of an ocean. George sat there in silence as if he anticipated any further dialogue waiting to transpire within the next few seconds or so. As he looked further into the television, he could vaguely make out that the figure of the man was a figure similar to himself. That's when the man in the boat said,
George. What the hell? Is that you talking to me? Yeah.
Hey, I did it. Now what?
I need you to fill up your bathtub with water. Can you do
Oh!
Why
Oh!
would I do such a thing? Please.
Oh!
I need your help, George. I need you to fill up your bathtub and do it in the dark. It's the only way this is going to work. Okay.
That's when George heads to the washroom using the light from his BlackBerry cell phone. and
Yeah,
fills the
why
bathtub up
would he
with
do
water.
that?
He then heads back to the living room and says to the boat,
Oh!
Hey, boatman, I just filled the bathtub. Now what? Great job, George.
You are so
Throw
smart,
something in the tub.
George.
Like what? Anything that can float.
That's when George grabs a rubber duck from his washroom cabinet and tosses
Says
it.
that's weird.
He then approaches the living room once more and says,
Okay, I did it. Now what?
George
Why?
saw the rubber next to
Why?
the man on the boat.
Why would they do that out of anger?
Bathtub,
Oh my
using the light from
god.
his phone, only to see no trace of the rubber duck. He then heads back and repeatedly curses at the screen, saying,
What the hell is going on? Who the hell are you? How the hell did you do that? George, now fully submerge yourself inside the bathtub. And why the hell would I do that? For eternal happiness, silly. Now do it, George! What? Get in the bathtub now!
George then frantically tries turning the TV off by repeatedly pressing the power button on the remote, but the TV remained on. He even went as far as ripping off the power cord from the wall outlet, but the TV still remained on.
You want me to drown, huh? Is that what you want? You sick bastard!
That's when George runs into the washroom.
Exactly, because that's the doppelganger. Okay, here's the second one, and my guys. By the imaginary and
that burning in a heaping ball of
and
fire
the-
is deadlier than drowning
and
in
the
a
Rene.
As the thought of a huge body of water always triggers my They say that burning in a heaping ball of fire is
Adrian.
deadlier than drowning in a pool of water, but I digress. As the thought of a huge body of water always triggers my paranoia whenever I'm out in public. Ambient sounds from the ocean or raindrops falling from the sky leave the pulse on my temple throbbing in a meticulous manner. I even find it difficult maintaining my everyday hygiene practices. The simple use of water from the sink or the spouting drops from my shower head always left me curled up in a corner, like an adolescent child attempting to jump off a diving board into a public pool. The development of fear grew stronger over the years, which kept me isolated and timid towards others.
Alright,
as I am
starts
still
from the
left
beginning.
traumatized till this very day. I want to share my story with the world, and can hopefully be cleansed from this malignant mental anguish I've been suffering from for almost my entire adulthood. Who knows? Maybe spreading this story will inevitably
I would love to go to Japan!
I so desperately
That's been my
desire. It all
dream!
started in Tokyo, Japan, when I was flying from my hometown, Alberta, Canada, to enjoy some nice summer weather that the eastern side of the world had to offer. I personally didn't have a lot of friends growing up, so I would go on these solo trips alone. At the time, I was running an online merchandising company.
Oh, that looks so
Traveling
beautiful!
abroad, or spontaneously taking vacations whenever July or August came around the corner. I remember staying at a hotel and visiting an array of tourist sites.
You were
throughout my
one
stay. I even
sexy
incorporated a
man,
daily
man.
routine of going to a local gym about a minute away from
Probably
my
not.
hotel. I
Those
usually worked out
muscles.
for an hour a day, and then went
It's
to this
really
bathhouse
healthy.
located next door from the gym. The Japanese bathhouse, otherwise known as Sento, was opened up to the public for communal use from 1 p.m. to 10
And
p.m.
you're from Japan,
It would
it's
usually
yen.
cost around 1,000 yen, which was equivalent to $9 USD, or $11 CAD.
I would love to go to a bathhouse with you.
I would always be greeted by this
Okay,
lady
Dylan.
at the front desk named Miwa. She was quite
She is
nice,
cute.
but at the same time a little timid, as I knew she had a history of being bullied as a child from the last conversation I had with her. I remember Miwa saying,
Come to the bathhouse more. I'm lonely.
as she sips on a cup of coffee, leaving a drink mustache on her upper lip. I promise I'll come over more if you shave that mustache off.
Yeah,
That's when a
you
tear
was only
ran down
joking.
the side of Miwa's face, as if she was triggered by my words. Hey, I'm sorry. I was just talking about the drink residue on your face, not you.
It's okay, Ned.
I then saw a
When I was a kid, people at school used to bully me about facial hair growing on my face.
He was only joking.
Miwa, please forgive me. I was only kidding. I then saw a Polaroid camera sitting on the front desk and decided to take a selfie of the both of us in hopes that I could cheer Miwa up.
Here's your towel, Ned. Please enjoy the shower.
No, thank
To
you.
accidentally further upset her, so
It's
I
better if
proceeded
it's
to
all
make my way
girls.
inside the bathroom.
Ben!
Showering next to
Come
a
down!
sexy man standing right beside me wasn't exactly the most ideal service I wanted to explore being in Japan, but I figured I'd try it out, considering I wasn't going to be here for long. The bathhouse had a wall that didn't go all the way up to the ceiling that divided the men and women sections apart, so you could technically hear or communicate with the females. Each section
I would do that
consisted of
too.
several
And
showers
going
with hot tubs readily
to other
available
places in
behind them.
Japan.
I remember spending the majority of my trip sightseeing and eating out, so working out and showering at the bathhouse was a rare occurrence. One night, I was in my hotel room watching some television with the lights turned off. My bed was up against the wall, which was also facing the direction of the door, and I would spend the next few hours watching sitcoms
That's
and
good the
movies
crap out
that
of
the
me.
hotel offered within their cable network. The time was approximately 1 a.m. when I heard a loud knock coming from outside my door. I found it quite strange that someone would knock this late at night.
Exactly!
Most of the hotel staff wouldn't approach their guests unless they had requested for room service. Who the hell could be knocking at my door at 1 o'clock in the morning? I shouted,
Who is it?
There was no answer, just the audible sound from the movie playing on my television. I then saw a photograph slip into my room.
Mira, my lady!
Slowly approached the door
Right
while
to
placing one of my
see
eyes close to the
him.
peephole. I could then make out that it was Miwa from the bathhouse, surprisingly waiting outside my room. Confusion was all
Oh, okay, that's weird.
as I didn't know how the hell she
That's
could find
weird.
where I was staying at. I then opened the door, only to see no
Then
sign.
who put that
I remember
photo
looking at both sides
under
of
the
hallway,
door?
just to make sure I wasn't hallucinating or seeing things. That's when I went back inside my room and picked up the photo that was slipped underneath my door. There lied a photograph of Miwa and myself that was previously taken the last time I was at the bathhouse. A handwritten message on the bottom right corner of the photograph read, "Come to the bathhouse more. I'm lonely," with a smiley face right next to it. I figured I'd shoot my
that's
shot,
really nice of
considering
you.
I didn't have much
To
time
me.
left on my vacation. I began
go
putting on some
happy.
outdoor clothes, packed my bag, and eventually made my way outside. Again, the bathhouse was located about a minute away from the hotel.
No, you don't.
The hassle.
Oh.
I felt a little uncomfortable meeting up with Miwa this late at night, but I carried on as I didn't mind some late night action on my last days here. As I
Are
made
you
my way to the
too?
entrance of the bathhouse, I could see Miwa standing behind the front counter with a sadistic smile on her face. I was a little taken back and borderline about to split when she started waving me over by saying,
Ned, come here.
I approached the front counter
What was with
and
that
said,
smile though?
"Hey, Miwa, you slipped this photograph in my hotel room, right?" Miwa nodded her head yes, and then I asked her, "Okay, how did you know where I was staying at?" She just stared at me with a gaunt, expressionless look, as if she had seen a ghost or
Take a
something.
shower, I'll meet you on the
I
other
bet
side.
you were following
What?
me around town, weren't you? Miwa then grabbed a towel and handed it over to me. She then said,
Take a shower, I'll meet you on the other side.
Okay. I then went into the bathhouse, changed out of my clothes, and proceeded to take a shower, as I heard someone enter through the other side of the wall. I didn't know if it was Miwa.
Okay.
We our respective sides, so I began to shout.
It'd be better if someone was on his side.
Yep.
Oh god, Dylan.
I could then hear her
Get some
turn
help.
on the shower. I didn't know exactly what her sole purpose was of having me come all the way here, so I said, "Hey, Miwa,
Yes?
why did you want me to come here?"
I want to spend time with you, silly. Now can you pass me some soap?
I don't know if I have any.
Look behind you on the floor. There should be a bar of soap.
How did you know that?
How did she know that? I then grabbed the bar of soap and shouted, "Here!" as I tossed it over the wall.
Okay, how did you know that though?
Miwa makes another strange request, saying,
Ned, can you now toss over the razor? I want to shave my mustache.
What?
"Huh?
He didn't even mean
I
that.
don't have a
Give me
mustache."
the razor! Give me the razor! Give me the razor!
Oh,
I began to feel
he didn't even
claustrophobic.
mean
The
that.
room felt like it was getting smaller, and the air was gradually getting thinner. That's when I saw a razor conveniently sitting on the floor right next to me.
He didn't mean
I
that,
picked it up and
meanwhile.
unconsciously tossed it over as I said, "Here! Can you please calm down now?" I could hear Miwa psychotically laughing while shaving her face in a vigorous fashion.
Oh! Oh!
Hey, Miwa, what the hell are you doing?
Oh!
As the water from my shower head slowly start to become more dense, and the color gradually turning red, as if I was being showered in blood. What the hell is going on? Miwa, if this is some kind of sick prank, stop. That's when another staff member opened the door.
Yeah!
How the hell did you get in here? The bathhouse is closed.
But Miwa invited me over here, and she's on the other side. What in the hell are you talking about, kid? That's impossible. The staff member then opened the door to the female side of the bathhouse, only to show no sign of me.
What?
I then realized that the blood I showered with was a fixation of my imagination, as there was no sign of it on myself from my side of the bathhouse.
Huh?
What makes this story disturbing is how the staff member disclosed how Miwa passed away
What?
2 weeks prior to this initial incident.
He's dead?
It was alleged that one of the bathhouse attendees were preparing to open up when they noticed one of the hot tubs completely clouded in blood.
Oh!
Miwa's body was found fully submerged in that hot tub, with her face completely lacerated, as if it had been shredded up through a meat.
Oh!
What they also claimed to have found was a razor floating in that very same tub. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Seeing and hearing Miwa in the flesh made me question my own sanity. Am I really going crazy? I could have sworn I saw her at the front desk. I remember hearing her ask for soap and a razor. I began to eventually make my way back to the hotel, contemplating whether I should book an early flight home or if I should stay out the remainder of my trip. As I approached the outside of my room and opened the door with my keycard, I could see the same photograph that was slipped into my room.
Dear Lord.
Except the face of Miwa's was cut off.
What? What the heck am I doing? Here's a over by Lazy
But it's one
Masquerade.
that's always tickled my fancy. The Bath game, sometimes known as Daruma-san, is a game that dates back a long way.
Who would play that?
Itself carries
That's
with it
dangerous! And I know about the
potential
rumor.
for
He's a
huge
yokai.
reward. According to legend, by conducting a simple ritual, you can summon an entity known as Daruma-san
A
who will play
yokai.
a game of cat and mouse with you. The reward for winning is that you'll be blessed with amazing fortune. This one's not for the light-hearted amongst you, though, as a lot of bad things can happen to you if you decide to play
Oh, yeah.
death. Here are the rules. To play, you'll need a bathroom with a bathtub. Only one person can play this game at a time, but don't worry, you won't really be playing alone. Step 1. Wait until nighttime, just before bed. Step 2. Fill up your bath with water and turn off all the lights. Step 3. Take off your clothes and get into the bath. Make sure your body is facing the faucet. Step 4. Close your eyes and begin to wash your hair. Step 5. As you wash your hair,
I like the animation for the water.
Daruma-san fell down. Daruma-san fell down.
And
Make
why
sure
would
to
he
keep
fall
repeating
down?
this the whole time you wash. Under no circumstances.
I figured that
you
part of
open your
it.
eyes. Step 6. If everything's gone according to plan, your head will be filled with a mental image of a woman standing in the bathtub. In this mental image, she'll slip
Oh!
face first onto the out her right eye. She'll die in the process.
Oh!
Step 7.
Oh, Lord!
This mental image
Oh, my Lord!
is in the water behind you. Do not turn around or open your eyes. Instead, ask aloud, why did you fall? Step 8. There'll be no answer to your question. Just let it linger in the air for a moment. Then, with your eyes still firmly shut, step out of the bath and dry yourself off. And this can be dangerous, so be careful not to slip as you get out. Step 9. You can now open your eyes. Head to your bedroom. It's time for bed. Do not turn on the bathroom lights. Do not drain the bath water until morning. Do not enter the bathroom after you leave. And make sure to close the door behind you.
Please!
10.
I beg of you! I beg of you.
The ritual is now complete. As soon as you wake up in the morning, the game will begin. The Daruma-san will follow you all day. Tell who she is by her stained white clothes, her long black hair, and the fact that she's missing her right eye. Her left one is open and bloodshot. Throughout the day, you'll occasionally feel her presence creeping up behind you. When you do, quickly look over your right shoulder.
Oh, gosh!
When you turn to look, you probably won't see her.
Oh!
She'll get closer and closer.
Oh, dear Lord!
Do not let her touch you.
Yeah, I don't
If
want...
she's getting too close, shout, "Tomare," meaning stop. Shout this while swinging your arm in a chopping motion. Then,
Okay.
you've just stalled her and bought yourself some time. But as much distance
More like
you
Thunder Nights!
use this
More like Thunder Nights!
It'll become less effective with every use, so only
This is like
you really
that
feel
game with
good.
Foxy.
The game will only end when you manage to catch a glimpse of Daruma over your right shoulder. When you finally
Ooh!
immediately shout, "Kita," meaning I cut you loose. Say this while swinging your arm like before.
Oh, look at that thing!
Congratulations, you've won the bath game, and good fortune should be yours, for a time at least. Should you fail to spot her by midnight and cut her loose though, then I'm afraid you've lost the bath game. Daruma will never stop following you.
Oh!
You can run as much as you like, but she'll always be close behind, and eventually you'll need to sleep, giving her the opportunity to catch you, either in person or in your dreams. When she catches you, well, that's the end. Don't try to play this game more than once. On the second playthrough, she'll start at the same distance you caught sight of her last time, and you won't have enough time in the morning to get away.
Oh boy! That's definitely not the game with Foxy in Final Nights.
Oh wow, my style. I feel that when you have a good foundation, style-wise, you can always play it up or play it down. As long as you have basics, you're pretty much good to go.
Find all things simple for you at Marks.
Alright, here's the last one. Exhibited by Final Mercenary and...
They say that a little spark of fire is enough to burn the world. Nothing
Adrian.
could be more relevant in my life right now. The story I'm going to tell you can be highly disturbing to some. Hence, viewer discretion is advised. I'm studying literature in Wisconsin. I believed I had an amazing group of friends until this happened.
Okay.
Last week we went hiking in the woods.
Wow.
There were 5
What
of us,
did happen?
including myself, Joe, Sally, Chris, and Peter. It was supposed to be a boys' night out, but I had a crush on Sally, so I invited her too. I wanted to spend some time with her. We started the hike in the afternoon and planned to camp near a waterfall in the woods. The landscape was so enchanting that every time I would reach the top of the next hill and be confronted with the sight of a new vista, the beauty of it would literally take my breath away.
I love that animation of the eyes.
Sally and I were clicking pictures just when we heard a scream.
Oh my god, what's going on? There's a snake in my clothes. Get it off! Get it off! Get it off me! What a dingo! It's so easy to scare you, man.
Mark, why didn't you tell me we brought an extra chicken for the campfire tonight?
Come on, let's get going. Though everyone laughed at Sally's joke, I found it a bit demeaning. I was the one who asked Peter to tag along. He's shy, but he too wants to make friends and hang out with them. I could tell from his face
That's so sad.
his joke.
Poor guy. Poor Peter.
Don't take Sally's words too personally. She didn't mean it that way. Come on, let's go. Even though Peter didn't say anything, I knew underneath he did take it personally. We were walking among this dense wood with tall trees surrounding us. We decided to stick to the hiking trails, but after walking for a mile, we realized we were lost.
Shouldn't we have reached the waterfall by now?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too. Joe, can you check the GPS?
There's no network on my phone. You check it. Within a minute, we all discovered that none of us had service on our phones.
That
And the sun was
sucks.
about to set.
It was getting dark pretty fast. I realized if we didn't find a spot to camp soon, we'll be in big trouble.
And that wouldn't be good
Impossible
either.
to make our way in these woods after the night falls. After walking for 20 more minutes, we finally camped in a favorable place. Everyone started to put up their tents, and I got busy making a fire. Peter came and helped me in doing so. He was assembling the branches and twigs, and I was just about to light it when we heard footsteps around us. My eyes went to the bush nearby, and I saw that it was moving. Mark? Is it only me who thinks those bushes are moving on their own? No, I can see it too. I got up and started to walk towards them to check. Peter followed me with a flashlight. It's fine, it's fine.
Guys, check this out.
Whoa, what is that? Probably an abandoned well. But who built the well right in front of a forest?
Don't you know the story
Whoa.
of Sadako?
What?
Sadako
It's a Japanese urban legend.
and the yokai. I know all about
Woman whose face is hidden with
yokais.
long black hair, and she wears a white dress that has water stains on it. She was born from an affair and possessed psychic abilities. She could wish for people's death, and they would die right at that moment. People in society started to condemn her, saying she was out of fear.
That's gonna
her
come out of
father
me.
pushed her into a well like this and left her to die in that darkness. But later, she came back from that well and killed her father. Japanese people narrate her story as the tale of broken trust and vengeance. What do you think? Should we call out to her? Maybe she'd like to be your girlfriend, Peter.
Stop it, Sally. He's already spooked enough. Leave the poor kid alone. Hey, I'm not a kid, okay? Guys, come on. We should be having a good time. Let's start the bonfire. We all came back to the campsite. Joe started roasting marinated chicken, and Chris played some music. Sally and I grabbed beers and sat in the corner. I noticed Peter sitting near the fire and drinking a beer as well. Finally, we were all having fun as a group. After a night of heavy drinking, we all decided to go to sleep. Peter and I went to take a leak. We were all pretty drunk. None of us realized we were standing close to the well while peeing. I was finished, so I turned around to get back, but I heard Peter saying, Mark!
Oh no!
At that point, I was damn tired, and I just wanted to get some sleep. What now? As I followed his eyes, I saw a figure emerging behind the abandoned well.
Oh no!
It was a woman with long black hair covering her entire face, just like that urban legend Sadako that Sally mentioned. The woman was breathing in a very weird manner. Suddenly, she sprinted behind the well and jumped on Peter. Peter fell on the ground, screaming, and I was about to scream too, just when Joe and Chris came out of the darkness, laughing their hearts out. The woman then flipped her hair back, and I saw it was Sally.
Really, Peter, you're such an easy scare.
But before
I kind of believed it too,
Peter got
though.
up from the ground and ran into those woods unexpectedly.
I kind of believed it.
Peter, where are you going? Hey, this was just a joke. Come back. Where did he go? What the hell is wrong with you, Sally? Enough is enough. You guys just crossed the limit this time. Grow up. I went to my tent and grabbed a flashlight. We all started looking for Peter. Peter?
Peter, where are you?
This won't do, guys. We need to split up in order to find him.
Not in the dark! When it's your
Go back and
morning!
wait there. In case he comes back.
Raise your survival skills.
Mark, you go to the right. I'll check this way. Everyone be close and don't get lost.
When it's your morning.
Pete! Come out, man! Peter! Where are you? Peter?
It's not safe at night.
Damn it, Peter, where the hell are you? Peter, come out, man! It was just a joke! It's really not safe wandering in these woods at this time of night.
And you guys
You
too.
know? Peter, you better come out or... Peter, come out, man. I'm sorry.
What was that?
I'm apologizing on their behalf. Please,
What was that?
it's dangerous out here. I searched for Peter for half an hour more and finally gave up. I headed back to the campsite. I was coming back with lots of disappointment and tension in my mind.
I saw someone
Peter
saying.
sitting near the campfire, facing his back at me. I could hear him munching on something, quite vigorously. Peter, where were you all this time? We were all looking for you like crazy. Peter, aren't you getting what I'm saying? What happened after that can never be deleted from my memory. Peter was sitting in front of the bonfire.
There was fire in his eyes.
mouth
What does that mean?
blood. His eyes were extremely wide as he chomped Sally's head, holding on his hand. Yes, he was eating Sally's head, while her head was bowed beside him on the ground. Not just that, there were two other bodies as well. Joe and Chris. Look, Mark, we have 3 big, juicy chickens for dinner. What have we done?
Oh my lord! Oh my lord! Oh my lord! Oh! I have no words. I have no words. Oh my lord! Oh! Oh my lord! Oh! Oh! Oh my lord! Homework Coach Buddy, you are good at what you do with the skill factor. Like I said before, you're golden. You're the greatest of all time. And keep up the great work. Oh my lord, that was something. Oh, alright guys. I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to see some more videos like this one, you know what to do. Astro. Blast that like button. And keep relaxing, and don't stop believing. And most of all, I love all of you.